Welcome back. Episode 366, Nitty Gritty Sports Talk Radio Show. I go by the name of Roscoe English, and of course, I'm here with the flock. Got my man Nick with me.
What up? Happy holidays, y'all.
And my man Keith PJ.
Let's go. Live from Gravedigger Mountain.
Salute to our brother Keith. Salute.
Yeah.
Before we get into this week's games, let's recap Monday real quick. Seahawks went off of a late Drew Lock touchdown to Smith and Jigba to beat the Eagles 20-17. Jalen Hurts completed 17 passes for 143 yards, 2 interceptions. Drew Lock, 22 completions, 208 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, this was an interesting result. Seahawks fighting for their lives as far as in the wild card race. And the Eagles, who in December, they're winless, right? So two teams desperate in a sense. But, you saw Drew Lock play resilient. The defense played resilient. You see the Eagles, they didn't have much cohesiveness on offense. It just seems like last year, whatever sauce or magic touch they had has disappeared. And with all that skill talent, it's been really hard for them to get consistency, to move the ball with any type of consistent way. It's just I really don't know what to say about it or put my finger on it. Shane Steichen left, so I do know that was a big loss. But even so, you have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. You added DeAndre Swift. I mean, there's so many pieces there, along with Jalen Hurts, that you would feel they would figure it out by now, but they have not. So that bumps my ceiling for the Eagles down a little bit. I do not think they're a team that could possibly get back to the Super Bowl this year. I don't think they've shown that unless they, add a different level to their game. I don't think this year they have it, regardless of all the pieces they've added over the past several months. I just don't see it. They're just not consistent enough, and teams have shown that they can beat the Eagles, and the Eagles can be got. And, also just shout out to the Seattle Seahawks, just fighting for their lives. Drew Lock, I don't know what to say about that. He played good, man. He played free, nothing to lose, and it showed.
Yeah, I think it's a reason when you make a Super Bowl and you lose, it's hard to come back and maintain that momentum, maintain that same swagger per se. But for the Eagles right now, they go from being a bully to getting bullied, essentially. It's no way that if I'm an Eagles fan or Eagles player and you give Drew Lock the ball and you asking him to go 90 yards in crunch time, I'm thinking game over. And they picked on Bradbury that whole last drive. He got attacked. And that Eagles secondary been getting attacked all year. And as you get into December, January football, it just looks like they look like they're going to miss it, like they out the mix right now. Now, they do get the Giants 2 times in the next 3 weeks, which can help build confidence. But when you're talking about the San Francisco 49ers, the Cowboys, I just don't know if the Eagles match up well with them. People may say, hey, it was Hurts sickness. Hurts has been looking like this the last few weeks. This is no surprise. They tried to make a change on defense, had Matt Patricia call the plays defensively on Monday. I guess for all intents and purposes, you could say it worked, but if you don't finish on the final drive, then it wasn't a success. So they've got a lot of work to do going forward. If they have any plans on getting back to that level that they were, it's funny though. I mean, if they do win out, they do win the NFC East still, even though technically they're the 5 seed today. So all they have to do is win out. If they finish with the same record, they'll have a better conference record than the Dallas, which will put them over the division. So just win your games and you still have a chance to clinch that 2 seed. But going to San Francisco, that's going to be a tall task for anybody in January.
Yeah, that's a fact. I agree with everything that y'all said. more on the Patricia point. In any team making that kind of switch this late in the season, you usually don't see that from Super Bowl. Yeah, you don't see that from Super Bowl contenders. Not this damn league. Like that's grabbing at straws, knowing that you got to fix some shit ASAP. Being though it's Matt Patricia, I don't know what you thought you were gonna get. I mean, we've seen what he can do as a DC and a head coach, and it's been a lot of a Drew Lock 92-yard drive. So they're gonna back into the playoffs, but yeah, they're not gonna be around long. They're not gonna be around long.
What do you guys think about some of the recent reports that have come out saying in Philadelphia there's been some internal concerns surrounding Jalen Hurts? You know, Eagles insiders are saying the team would like to see him be more authentic, more open, more just genuine in the locker room. They seem to have a narrative around his name that he's like a robot. He always has a prepared scripted answer. He just seems just like a inauthentic.
Russell Wilson, like
like he's trying to be a politician.
Who says this? The media?
This is insiders and anonymous sources and all that shit.
Yeah, I saw the same thing, Nick. When you do hear him speak, it always sounds prepared. It's a cliche. He's on his Tomlin shit, and during the 3-game skid, you don't want to hear those concocted, pre-made answers. You do want to hear some authenticity. Like, all right, I can hear a quarterback say, hey, "It's my fault," but okay, like I get it. It would speak. They don't have that chemistry, and I know they lost Shane Steichen. That's a big loss, but they've had how many on the sideline blow-ups this year?
And that was interesting to me. That was interesting to me because even when they were doing well, I'm reading here the reporter saying they were the most miserable 10-1 team. So imagine now, right? Like remember they were winning and AJ Brown was throwing fits on the sidelines for not getting his numbers. Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts in press conferences has talking about commitment. He's used that word multiple times. Commitment. I wonder who he's throwing shots at. It doesn't seem like they're on the same page. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, his exact quote on Monday night after the game was, "I don't think we were all committed enough." So
I don't know what that means. But it don't sound good.
Hell no.
It don't sound good from a team that has Super Bowl aspirations and it's Christmas. That's not I want to hear that in September. I don't want to hear that around Christmas time.
Nah,
that needs
wrong time for that wrinkle.
Yeah,
wrong time for that wrinkle for sure. Yeah. Moving right along to a team that's on the opposite side of the spectrum as far as being hot. The Rams beat the Saints 30-22. Matt Stafford 24 completions, 328 yards, 2 touchdowns. Derek Carr 27 completions, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Rams keep rolling.
Yeah, Derek Carr's trash first and foremost. But the Rams they're a dangerous team. I don't have their schedule up, but I know in the last 5 to 6 weeks their only losses to us in overtime. So when you talk about Matt Stafford, a veteran quarterback, the emergence of Puka Nacua, because they couldn't stop that boy last night. Kyron Williams, his emergence, the defense is playing opportunistic. It's a recipe for success as you get down the stretch of the season. Like I don't want to call it small ball, but like that's what it feels like with them. Like it's not flashy, but they execute at such a high clip that like it's McVay's a genius.
Yeah, the way he gets people in motion, the way he uses motion to create different distractions. So if you'll put Puka in motion and fake it to him, or use Puka in motion and then deploy him as a lead blocker for Kyron, it's so many things they can do off of different looks, right? So like he said, it's simple, but because it's so simple, there's so many variables and variants that they can do off of it. And he puts his players in position to win, right? And there was so much talk about the Rams and the way they chose to team build and how they went all in and said fuck them draft picks. There was a lot of talk when they had a down season last year, but one way to go all in, say fuck them draft picks, and then sustain some level of success and relevancy is whatever draft picks you have remaining, you hit on those, right? Undrafted draft picks, mid-round draft picks. What is Puka? He wasn't a first-round pick. Kyron Williams, I think he's in the second year. He wasn't a high value draft pick. He was in the middle rounds. The defense that they have a young secondary. They have a young defense in general. They've been pretty solid as a team. Not spectacular as far as on that side of the ball, but for something to where you get rid of Jalen Ramsey, you get rid of what's his name, Bobby Wagner, you get rid of some of those older pieces, you go younger, and the defense is giving you similar, if not better, results right now. So you have to kind of tip your hat to the front office there, because despite all that criticism, they just trust their scouting, they trust their eyes, and they put players in the position to win.
Yeah, amazing job on the scouts, GM, coaching. They clicking at the right time. They're gonna be a tough out. They're gonna be a tough out for somebody.
Yeah. What's the
Trust me,
wild card
no
look
team
like,
wants
bro?
to play the Rams right now. No team wants to play the Rams right now.
They're saying the narrative around that could be Rams versus Detroit, which
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Beautiful
Right.
story.
If the playoffs started today,
that.
it would be that the Rams are the 6th seed, Detroit's the 3 seed.
I think the lines could be had.
Yeah,
it could be had on that matchup. That'd be a good
Stafford returning to Detroit. I'm all for that. Grab your popcorn.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I hope it stays that way.
I love them type narratives this time of year.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what it's about.
Go back to a place that, I love it.
And on their side, they could, if they win the game, they can kind of like take that next step. Like that'd be their validation, like beating Matt Stafford. This is great for our organization. He won a Super Bowl without us. We taking this next step without him. That'd be good for their type of organizational morale.
Their first playoff win since the 60s is against the number 1 pick. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
our number 1 pick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that. They gotta keep that right there. Keith, I do not know if you have the standings with you, but
I do have them.
My man. They tied. Okay.
Yeah, they tied.
They tied.
It's getting close.
All right. Unfortunately, we start off with another college game on Saturday. Bengals, Steelers. Steelers at home are a 3-point underdog.
What you mean a college game? Oh, the Saturday. I got you.
Look,
y'all the Kings of Saturday.
Yeah. Oh, Saturday Night Live. Get with us. I'm gonna do this one thing. I'm going to say this and break this down for a team that organization is stable, and then I'm gonna tell the truth. So, if we were a team that had everything rolling, that had, no wide receivers making crazy comments to the media, we'll get to that. If we were a team that, stayed on track with the 7-4, I would say, hey, stick to the run first, especially up the middle. Anybody not named BJ Hill, you go at him. I would say that. Crush him up the middle, then change speed with Jalen Warren. Now, we do have my favorite quarterback. We got Mason Rudolph under center. Mitch's bench, Penny's still hurt, right? So what I would say for him is you stick to that run, you limit his opportunities. But the one thing that they say he does good, I haven't seen it, but the one thing that they say he does good is his deep ball. Pause. So if you stick to the run, right? And it was a scheme that could use the middle of the field, and we motion a lot. Allen Robinson has been motioning all year. He's getting great cardio. The motions don't mean anything. But if it was a team that motions means something, you play action, deep crosses, one-on-one matchup. They banged up in the secondary. The defense gives up a bunch of yards. That's what I would say would be the key on offense. And on defense, being as though that we have no linebackers, we have no secondary, they do screens a lot. They're going to kill us with the screens. And I would say for a team that was stable, watch out for that. Now, here goes the truth. None of that shit's going to happen. We're not going to run the ball. Have you seen the offensive line? Have you seen it? We can't communicate on any side of the ball. Matter of fact, the best side of the ball might be special teams right now. We've gotten a block in 2 straight weeks. That might be the best unit right now. That's bad. this is gonna be bad. Mason's bad. Everybody keeps talking about opportunities. Fam, I've seen Jake Browning improve from when we played him to now. That's 3 weeks. Mason's been in the league for 6 years. I don't know how many times y'all need to see this. He is who he is. They're happy. Hey, we're gonna go into 2024 with a quarterback competition with Kenny and Mason. That's not music to my ears. That's Doug banging on the trash cans, if you ask me. What is that? What is that? That's what y'all want? Like, y'all happy for that? I kind of feel sorry for Mason because this would be an audition for him to go elsewhere, but he's in a horrible situation. He sucks. This guy behind me, Pickens, I don't know if he's focused. You got Deontay posting his touchdown on Instagram after the loss. Like, dog, it's a shit show, and we're going to lose this game. I'm not going to pick us to lose this game because I would never do that. It's a rival. It's the Bengals. But we're going to lose this game. Still got us, but we're going to lose this game. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Come on, let's dogpile.
Nah, man.
No?
It's no dogpile. Listen, this is unfortunate, man. I don't know what to say about no Mason Rudolph. Like, we'll joke and we laugh and kid and all that stuff, but
until shit get real.
Down to the third string quarterback, you can't rely on Mitch. So that's out of the question, right? I think what's it call it? Kenny Pickett took part in some practices this week.
And real quick, that didn't make sense to me because if he's your guy, you shut him down. Ain't shit to play for. You shut him down, get him right. If you really believe in him, get him right for next year, and whoever the hell you gonna hire to do whatever the hell with him. But you sent him down. The fact that y'all are trying to rush him back, that was confusing to me.
Yeah, it kind of is weird about the priorities going on because in this slide, you've kind of seen like this team, it would behoove them not to try to extend Tomlin's record for not having a losing season, right? Like, if that's what you're going for, trying to get him to practice and hopefully he can make it back for a game, maybe two, that's idiotic, man. I mean, if Mason has to start this week and loses, your playoff chances are slim, right? Slim to none at that point. Why would you want to see Kenny Pickett again? It's really no advantage of putting him out there this season when if you just continue doing what you're doing, losing games, you could at least get a higher draft pick that you could use to potentially play with. Maybe you can use it in a trade. Maybe a quarterback falls into that middle tier range from 13 to 18 or wherever that pick will fall. I don't know, but it just doesn't make sense to sit there and go all out to try to say, hey, I'm Mike Tomlin. I didn't have a losing season again, even though regardless, even with Kenny, there's a possibility that you lose the game anyway. Right. So why risk his health? Why risk any of that? So do they value him? I don't know. What's the short-term goal versus the long-term goal? I don't know.
Yeah. If they did value him, the fact that they were, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it leads to what everybody is saying about Tomlin, what they have been saying about Tomlin, that he only cares about, like, this streak means something to him. That's what that means to me. This streak of going over 500, not having to lose it means something. If you was to rush Kenny back, knowing that that's your best chance to win. And like Nick said, it's not even the best chance to win. So it's all disgusting. It's all disgusting. I'm going to talk about that young man behind me more at length later. But anytime you got TJ Watt talking, dog, shut the season down. When have you ever seen TJ speak to the public in that manner? You haven't.
Not only that, Sco, how long have we said that this? I mean, how long have I said that it's essentially a false positive? I'd rather take the draft position at this point. You know what it is. It's inevitable. Like, anything going out and winning games at this point, it's fool's gold for y'all.
I mean, even let's say you back in the playoffs.
Who cares about Tomlin winning record?
You have a long stay? Yeah, you have a long stay. If you back into the playoffs, no, you're not. You're not. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. You can draft a meaningful position at 1, find a quarterback in the 2nd round. You can do a lot with draft capital. I'd trade Cam Hayward. Like, there's some things we can do to get better. Rushing Kenny back to beat the Bengals and Jake Browning and try to get in the playoffs ain't one of them. That definitely ain't one of them. But yeah, man.
You even think Acrisure going to be rocking tomorrow, Sco? Like a 7-7, like y'all 7-7, the Bengals 8-6 is essentially a playoff game.
You know,
like it's a point in time where I would think this game is going to be packed. It's going to be rocking. I don't think it's going to be that vibe in there tomorrow.
In years past, I would say this is the game most made for Tomlin to win, because it usually was. Not this year. Not this year. Too much shit going. Hell no. Too much shit going on. Too much shit going on in that locker room that it don't get fixed in 3 weeks. Don't get fixed in 201. Nah. I think it's going to be a lot of empty seats. I think it's going to be a lot of boo birds. It's going to be a lot of fire Tomlin once this shit get ugly. Especially if it get ugly without Jamal Chase, yo. They don't have Jamal Chase. They banged up in the secondary. If it get ugly when they not even at 100%, oh yeah, it's going. They might have like live bleeps during the game because the mic might pick up some shit that you don't need to hear. It's gonna get bad.
Hey, Sco, you know I'm up in the mountains. I'm up on Gravedigger Mountain. It's only 2 hours away from me. I've been thinking about pulling up to watch y'all demise live.
Yo, I'm sure the ticket's probably like 45 cents. I'm sure they're not even
saying. Merry Christmas to me.
Go Cop, get you some chicken tenders. Yeah,
Merry
I mean,
Christmas.
take a couple
Jingle bells,
next
nigga.
To you.
Yeah, he said, get a couple seats next to you. Stretch
out.
out.
Yeah, stretch out, lay down, take a nap. You might fall asleep on offense, might dull you to sleep. All them 3 and outs is gonna happen.
I'm gonna have me some chicken tenders if I go. I'm gonna be good.
For sure. You gotta enjoy Mason interceptions back to back. Another one.
More.
And another one.
And more.
So Nick,
this is like LeBron A&R.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yo, let me get the Bengals, yo.
I got the Steelers.
Unfortunately, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, because I don't want the Bengals in the playoffs. But after this game, it's Chiefs and Browns, I believe. Yeah,
Chiefs Browns.
They'll catch their L's soon.
So
yeah, I got the Bengals too. Keys took the Bengals as well.
Good for y'all. If it was any other team, I 1, 2, 3.
Sco, we ain't talk about your island last week. You was 0-5 on them islands last week, man.
Oh, we in the basement. Well, yo, you just got to
Castaway.
You was 0-5 on them islands last week.
Not the Castaway.
Yo, but the thing is, though,
castaways.
On Friday, them picks sound good. It's just when Monday come around, it's like, damn, really, Cowboys?
Yeah,
really? I believed in y'all just a little bit.
Nah, Sco, you took the Broncos and the Giants, my guy. I don't know. You was scratching.
The Broncos are atrocious too, man. What happened?
No, I mean, Broncos was hot. Broncos was hot. Detroit wasn't. Good week.
I'm glad you flipped on that Tampa Bay pick. It would have really been ugly.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that live. Like at least I had one right. Bills, Chargers.
Ooh.
Yeah,
they must to talk about.
Yeah, this is gonna be a bludgeoning. It's gonna be.
I think we don't gotta spend long on it, but I do think this is a game where you have to get the diva involved. You have to get Stephon Diggs involved only for morale purposes. It's not because you need him to win the game, not this game anyway, but going into the playoffs, you need to bring him in. You need to get him activated, ready to go. Because in the playoffs, yes, you're gonna need a top tier Stephon Diggs at your disposal. But make no mistakes about it. So this game, I would expect Josh, and the offensive coordinator call up some plays for Stephon in the red zone, get him a tutty or two, have him celebrate, feeling good about himself, and roll that momentum. Because this game this is gonna be pure dominance, hopefully anyway, for the Bills' sake.
Give me the 12.5 after I watched what the Raiders did to them last week.
Yeah.
Is this going to be like the Raiders? How when they fired McDaniels, the team rallied around them and showed complete opposite effort.
Who took over for Staley?
Oh shit! I don't even know his coach's name. Hold on.
I know they were just shocked that
the Raiders ain't quit. The Raiders ain't quit that bad. Not like the Chargers looked last week.
Hell no.
That looked different.
You let the Raiders drop 63 on you.
You seen longest yard before? Remember when Adam Sandler came back in the game? They stopped blocking for him. That's what it looked like.
You said Gift Smith.
Yeah.
They ain't playing for that nigga.
I don't trust nobody named Gift.
Gift Smith.
It may be the holiday season, but they ain't playing for yo either.
Hell no. Hell no. I'm gonna talk
Yeah,
about y'all. I'm gonna talk about
yeah, man.
y'all game next. This a big one. Monday night, 8:15. We got the Ravens traveling to the Bay, take on the 49ers.
Tell me when to go.
Ah, just- uh,
5.5 point. I mean, 5 point underdogs, right? So
yeah.
I don't totally disagree with that line. I do think going into it, going into the game, there has been some disrespect from the national people about the Ravens. Not that I care. Who we've said for years, like national people, you know, they're entertainers. They're not here to really just give you the real about each and every aspect of the game, the players, the teams. It's too much sports to consume, and they got money. You know what I mean. They out, at night, doing what they do, you know what I mean, spending their money. Like they're not in watching games and shit. So when they wake up in the morning, they produces in their ears, they, looking at the box scores and saying what they can off of those box scores. But saying that, I do think the Ravens, this is a game that we should go in as underdogs. I think we have something to prove, and this is a great opportunity. It's going to be a hell of a test. You got the 49ers, who are, I think, one of the most complete team in the NFL. On offense, they can give you 30. On defense, they can limit you to, season low yardage totals. I think this is going to be an absolute test. I think we match up well with them, even on defense as far as their offense. I think Debo we match up well with. I think our linebackers will be physical. Kyle Hamilton will be there. Brandon Ayuk, Marlon, that's going to be an interesting battle. Kittle, again, Hamilton and our linebackers, I think we can throw some different looks at him. We can get pressure. We lead the league in sacks. So we can speed up Brock Purdy's clock, hopefully. He's been really good at being on time with his throws and going where the ball is supposed to go, but hopefully we can disrupt him a little bit. Christian McCaffrey is going to be the equalizer, but he's everybody's equalizer. Who stops Christian McCaffrey? Christian McCaffrey stops Christian McCaffrey. Nobody else. So that's going to be interesting. On the flip side, though, Lamar Jackson can say the same thing. I think Lamar Jackson and injuries have stopped Lamar Jackson. I haven't really seen too many teams stop him. Maybe contain him as far as what his ceiling is, but I haven't seen too many stopping him, and that's going to be an interesting test. I do think this is going to be a seesaw battle back and forth, but I did want to point out the 49ers schedule and the defenses they've had to play this year, starting with the Steelers 20th ranked defense, the Rams 18th ranked defense, Giants 24th ranked defense, the Cardinals 25th ranked defense, Cowboys 6th ranked defense, the Browns number 1 ranked defense, and that ended in a loss. The Vikings,
I like what you're doing.
the Vikings were 12th in defense, ended in a loss. The Bengals 30th. That was a loss too, but whatever. Jags 27th ranked defense, Bucks 26th ranked defense, Seahawks 28th ranked defense, the Eagles 22nd ranked defense, Seahawks again, and then the Cardinals again at 25. We're the second ranked defense. So we're going to see how we stack up and they stack up against us, because they haven't had a whole lot of tests. But one thing I will say about the 49ers, when they do have a test, when they are playing a great team, especially this season, they've kind of gotten the better matchups and they've been dominant in those matchups. Don't think it's going to be like that with us, but it's going to be an interesting test. We're going to have a treat on Christmas. We're going to open our gifts. Our kids going to have fun. We're going to sip a little brown. And by 8 o'clock, hopefully we don't pass out by then, but by 8 o'clock, we're going to be feeling pretty good and watching that game. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as much as we come in here and talk about primetime games, the NFL finally got it right for once. We should get a dandy on Christmas. I'm going to start with the 49ers, though. Behind Purdy and McCaffrey, the 11-3 Niners coming with a 6-game winning streak. They're averaging 34.5 points a game in those contests while winning by at least 12 points a game. So they're coming in, like Nick said, they dominating these teams. In Arizona last week, they scored touchdowns on 5 of their first 8 possessions. So they're efficient in that nature as well. They rank first in percentage of successful plays, first in yards per play, and first in offensive plays of 20 plus yards as well. The same has mostly been true of San Francisco's defense as well, only allowing 16.7 points a game, which only trails us at 16.1. So they solid on both sides of the ball. Now let's talk about the system, the quote unquote system quarterback, Brock Purdy, which I don't think he's that. He just had a 6th game on Sunday with at least a QB rating of 130 or higher, which is tied for the most in a single season in NFL history. His league leading 119.0 QB rating is 13 points higher than the next person, which is Tua. And since 2000, it's only been one NFL leader that finished with a larger gap, and that was Tom Brady finishing over Ben Roethlisberger back in 07. So Brock Purdy's been dominant. Is it Kyle Shanahan? I'm sorry, sure, but you still got to go out and you still got to make the plays. I think Kyle Hamilton alluded to that earlier this week, that Brock Purdy not a system quarterback. So the Ravens are going to have to come in. They're going to have to get to him. They're going to have to try to confuse him. You saw an offensive genius in McVay kind of dial up mismatches against us a few weeks ago. So Mike McDonald has to be better in that regard as well. And so now let's just talk about the Ravens. I mean, we run the ball 50.8% of the time. The 49ers have been giving up yards on the ground. They just gave up 235 yards on the ground last week to Arizona. So can we come in? Can we establish our will? Can we run the ball down their throat? That's really going to be what determines this game. Can we win up front? Can the offensive line win up front? Can you stop? You can't stop Bosa and chasing that front, but can you at least contain them? Lamar is going to be Lamar. I've been talking about him for the past few weeks. He's at 3,100 yards now. He's just 22 yards shy of his career high that he had in his MVP season. So he's playing great football. That's what you want this time of year. So if Lamar can go in and continue to do what he's been doing, distribute the ball, I feel confident in what we can do in this game. I really do. My only worry is they got that guy on that other side, Christian McCaffrey, man. In 6 week 10, the Ravens are 28th in rush defense. So Nick's been alluding to it for several weeks. We haven't been sound defensively. And when we give up 100-yard rushes this year, we 0-2 in those games. So you talking about Christian McCaffrey, who just had a 600-yard rushing game last week. I'm sorry. That's going to be the thing. Can you hold him below 100 yards? That may ultimately determine his game for the Ravens. So we've got to be good defensively. The only thing I'm missing, man, is Keaton Mitchell. His impact, man, since he came into the rotation in week 9, his average is 6.53 yards before contact, led the NFL by 2.39, better than Jahmyr Gibbs. So he's going almost 7 yards without getting touched, man. So can Gus come in and do that? Can Justice come in and at least try to supplement that? I guess we'll see on Monday, but I feel encouraged going into this game. I think it'll be a slugfest. I don't think you're going to see a bunch of points. Both of these teams both lead the league in rushing. They're 1 and 2, so it's going to be a fun game, man. It's Merry Christmas to us, for sure. Merry Christmas to us.
Yeah, I got the 49ers winning this game. Yeah, I mean, I got them. I got the bullies from the West punching the bullies from the East. This is going to be a good matchup. These are the two most physical teams in the league. What the 49ers have to do, and it's tough. It's tough. He's going to get his shit off, but you got to limit them off-script improvising plays that Lamar gets off every week. You got to limit them. You have to. You can't let Likely and those boys just go off. They got the linebackers on that side to make these matchups a little more contested than they have been. But you got Isaiah Likely out there looking like the next coming in tight ends. That cannot happen. And that's going to be up to Bosa. That's going to be up to Young. Hargrave getting pressure from the middle, really collapsing that pocket. And when you put your hand on Lamar, it's tough. But he got to go down, because if he's been fucking David Bland in that pocket for the past couple weeks now, you can't bring him down off first contact. 49ers want to be successful. Got to get him down on the ground. They haven't really played a quarterback like Lamar. So I'm interested in seeing how that defense steps up to the test. But I do have the 49ers winning, because that offensive line is, you can't snap count Ronnie in this game. It's going to be a dog in front of him. Whether they flip Chase or Nick, it's going to be a dog in front of him. It's not going to matter.
Nick Bosa versus Ronnie Stanley. Oh, my gosh. It might be a murder out here, man. God damn.
I don't know. Nick might be easy on Ronnie, because Ronnie an ally.
I'm saying
he might take it easy. He might take it easy on Ronnie. He an ally. But
And I forgot to mention, but I talked about Justice Hill and Gus supplementing Heaton. Through week 9, they said that Justice Hill averaged a 2.97 yards before contact, ranked 5th among the 45 running backs at that time. So I mean, we're gonna be able to run the ball. Like I think we're gonna be able to establish that. You just that offense on the other side. Like we didn't mention Brandon Ayuk yet. We didn't mention Deebo Samuels. We didn't mention George. Like they loaded, man. So you're gonna have to be sound defensively. Matabuki, you're gonna have to continue to establish that pressure. Clowney, you're gonna have to set the edge because we all know McCaffrey, them stretch runs, man. Once he break that thing inside, it's night.
Yeah, I can't wait for this game, man.
No, yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't wait for this game. This is gonna be a treat. Moving right along, 1:00 game Sunday. Colts travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. I'm not picking the Falcons. They got Desmond Ridder.
I'm shocked the Falcons are favorites in this game, first and foremost.
Yeah, that.
I think Vegas. I think this is one of them scripted Vegas calls. Like they're gonna want the money to go to the Colts, right? So you make the Colts the underdogs, let the money shift over there because they're gonna have the better odds on the money line, and then somehow, some way, the refs gonna let the Falcons win. I just have a feeling, bro. I ain't gonna pick the Falcons. Who Keys pick?
In this game?
Yeah, I need to know. Because I'm going who he got. If he's taking the Falcons, I'm definitely taking the Colts.
Nah, he ain't that dumb. He took the Colts.
He took the Colts. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Colts. But I think on the betting slip, I don't know. This might be one of them Mike Sini, Coach Sini's fucking
gotta have an underdog.
And they said, who the quarterback? Heineke playing now?
Yeah, he's a starter for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Heineke's starting again. Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. They might rally behind Tyler.
I don't know, man. And they home.
I don't know. I think the Colts sound though. Like I
think the Colts are a playoff team right now.
It definitely looked like a trap game. That 2.5 line that's weird to me. And me is more a push, maybe Colts -1, but that 2.5 that's stick out like a sore thumb. I don't know. I think Heineke can distribute the ball more. He's gonna get the ball to Drake London, Kyle Pitts, try to get them dudes involved, but I don't know. The Colts, man, they solid. I like the Colts in this game.
Yeah, I think Tyler makes the key mistake rather than Gardner. So I'm gonna go with the Colts. Lions, Vikings. Detroit 3-point favorite on the road. Division game, Nick Mullins. I'm sure this will be closer than what people think, but at the end, I got the Lions.
It's only going to be close for the simple fact of Brian Flores and that Vikings defense.
Yeah.
I think they're going to turn golf over a couple times. I think the only hiccup is Mullins, like you say. Detroit should win this game. I think Detroit wins this game by like 5 points. But the one thing about the Lions we see, they're going to beat up on the teams they're supposed to beat up on. Like this, I don't know much about the Lions. Like the more I watch them, they one of the more confusing teams in the NFL. Like one week they look like juggernauts, the next week they look like the little giants. So what version of this Lions team are you going to get? What version of Jared Goff, more importantly, are you going to get? Because that's ultimately what determines how this team moves. That and that defense, which is trash as well.
For fantasy purposes, I need Jared Goff to give me another 5 touchdowns. This would be great.
I don't know if he's going to do it against a Flores defense, to be honest with you, in a divisional game. That's going to be a tough ask. But I do like the Lions to win this game. In Minnesota, and the fact it's in a dome plays even better into Detroit fans. The minute they got to go on the road in January, it's game over for them.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting matchup. I did like what I saw out of Kevin O'Connell as far as the play calling last week. Putting Mullins in positions to win, getting the ball to Addison, getting the ball to Justin Jefferson, a lot of one-on-one matchups in that regard. So that was scheme in that regard. And, putting them in positions to where he can make comfortable throws, doesn't have to do the most. Just get the ball into the playmakers' hands and let them do the rest. TJ Hawkinson as well. I mean, I think they're formidable on that side of the ball. The question is, will they be able to stop Jared Goff in that offense enough? They're a talented offense on that side of the ball, and they still have to keep pace themselves. If the Lions, they could contend for home field. You know what I mean? They're not totally out of it yet. They got to keep pace. This isn't a game that you will want to lose if you're the Detroit Lions. It's something where, again, you want to build this momentum in December, roll it into the playoffs. You don't want to sit there and have losses to division rivals. You don't want to falter against lesser teams in that regard. So I expect the Lions to win. I wouldn't be shocked, though, if they lost.
Keys pick Detroit.
Yeah.
Commandos, Jets.
Who cares?
Yeah, for real. Trevor Simeon and whoever else. Boyle, who is it? Like, might as well try it out Aaron Rodgers and his one leg out there and see if that can be a little better results.
What was the point of adding him to the active roster and cutting somebody if he's not even going to play? Like, what was just to say you made it back to the active roster?
Yeah, he got an agenda to push. He got an agenda to push.
Yo, the more I think about it, the more y'all be talking about it, yo, he might have really been betting on, like, this seemed like one of them Jordan suspensions. Like, how you coming back from Achilles that quick? They talking about he jumping, making one-hand interceptions on the practice team. Like,
I got a question.
Did you really tear your Achilles?
I was about to say, yo, I don't think he did, yo. It's no way. Yo, he's 40.
Let's go. I tore my Achilles, and it took me 2 months before I was walking again. Dude was jumping in 2 months.
Yeah, he was walking without crutches in 8 weeks.
He was throwing passes after 6 weeks. Where's J.K. Dobbins? Send that nigga to his surgeon.
The funny thing is,
we use him right now.
We need you now. Get that nigga your Achilles.
Yeah, man. How the 40-year-old recovering so fast? Like,
yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Man, it must be something magical in that ayahuasca. I'm gonna go with the Jets.
I don't need some, baby. You go with the Jets?
I'm gonna go with the Jets because I don't fucking know. I don't know.
He took the Jets.
Oh,
okay. He took the Jets too. So what's this matchup again? Jets Commanders.
Yeah,
he took the Jets.
Jets at home. That's probably why he took the Jets.
Sam Howell starting too.
Well, shit, they benched him last week. So how can you go back to him?
If it's Brissett, they may win because Brissett can move the ball.
Give me Sam Howell. Give me the Commanders. I'm Tim Boyle is starting, right?
Isn't Trevor Simeon, Tim Boyle? No, they cut Tim Boyle.
So it's Trevor Simeon.
Cut Tim Boyle, so it's gotta be Trevor Simeon. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Jets. I'm gonna bank on that defense turning whoever the Commanders got.
Commando Island is nasty.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. y'all got hella faith in them Jets. We'll see.
Yeah,
that defense might not.
I don't got no faith in either one of them.
Yeah,
I ain't got no faith in either one of them.
I think the Commanders gonna move the ball more. We'll see.
That's fair. Packers, Panthers. It's a get right game for Green Bay if you want to make any noise. I don't know what you can do at 6-8, but can't lose to the 2-12 unless you're Pittsburgh or the West. Then you could, but it wouldn't behoove you to do so. Wouldn't behoove you.
I seen Carolina. I'm gonna take the Packers.
Yeah, they trash.
Yeah, it's a get right game. I'm not sure if Christian Watson back, but I also think I've been saying I think that's got something to do with why they've looked the way they looked the past 2 weeks. I'm going with the Pack though, regardless.
Yeah, give me the Packers.
Yeah, Packers. Keys Packers.
Yeah.
Browns travel to Houston to take on the Texans. CJ Stroud has been ruled out.
Browns.
Yeah, give me the Browns.
What type of concussion he got?
A real, the real one that you say, you know what, young fella, you the future. We ain't gotta scramble your brain up for this.
Yeah, see, but damn, we in a playoff race, but 2 weeks off of concussion is crazy.
Yeah,
they ready to turn you on the radio. I like the Browns.
I'm fighting for my life.
What happened? Something I said.
What happened? What happened? Yeah, give me the Browns. Give me the Browns. He took the Browns.
He ain't giving
the
Browns.
1, 2, 3, go.
Man, say yo, what happened? What y'all talking about? Jaguars, Buccaneers. Did you go with Baker?
Here go another one of them weird lines. Jaguars. I like the Jaguars to win this game.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them. I know. I just watched them last week and what they look like, but I was picking Baker early in the season too when they was losing, so now they won't win. I'm taking the Jaguars.
Let me y'all gotta remind me too, but I'm gonna reserve my judgment because it's not a given that Trevor plays. He's still in concussion protocol, and
oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Doug Peterson says it's a toss up. He didn't practice fully, and that's like one of the benchmarks, one of the final benchmarks for clearing the protocol. They said if he doesn't get clearance by the time they fly out tomorrow, then he won't play. So we'll see. If he doesn't play, I'm definitely picking Baker, and if he does play, I probably would pick the Jags. I probably would pick the Jags, but I'll let y'all know.
He's took the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bucks. Baker got the high hand, baby. Baker got the high hand. I don't want to see no more Photoshop of him wearing black and gold. That shit must stop. That makes my stomach hurt. Stop it. Y'all are fucking hurting my feelings out there. Cardinals, Bears. Ugh. Give me the Cardinals.
Oh yeah, Keith, remind me about that game too, yo.
Yeah, I got you.
I ain't put no official pick on the board yet.
If you don't give me one though by game time, it's an automatic out.
See, he don't care if you see he talk all that shit. Listen to him.
Oh, Sko, you already finishing last. We good now. Now
I'm talking about y'all and y'all camaraderie. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm talking about y'all camaraderie.
You see how you is, Scott?
Oh yeah,
you be trying to
divide and conquer.
You be trying to stir it up. I like the Bears.
Divide and conquer. The Bears.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bears in this game. I mean,
I like Justin Fields to throw a pick in this game to sway that.
What's the matchup again, bro?
Cardinals, Bears.
Cardinals,
Chicago
Bears.
At home. Yeah.
I kind of want to pick the Bears. I think their defense, especially since that trade, their defense has been night and day.
Yeah.
Cardinals are without Marquise Brown. Is he still Hollywood?
I'm probably sure he's Tucson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't be seeing too much Hollywood out of him. That shit is.
I haven't heard about
Northern California, some type shit like Portland or some shit, some other state in the city and shit. But I don't know, man. No Marquise. I think Kyle Murray's gonna commit some turnovers. I think Justin Fields might commit some turnovers. I don't fucking know. This is I got who Keys has in this matchup.
Oh wow!
In this matchup, whoever Keys got, I got.
He took the Bears.
I hate picking the Bears, but yeah, all right, give me the Bears.
Damn, I'm on the island with the Cardinals. That's comfortable. Cowboys, Dolphins. Oh,
not Tattoo Tour. Right. Tattoo Tour. Which tour is gonna show up, Skull? Tyreek's playing, I think.
I think they're going Tattoo Tour. I think that.
But they said earlier this week that O-line didn't even practice.
Who,
I don't know. We talking about Michael Parsons. Yeah, talking about Michael Parsons and them boys coming in. That pressure that they can build.
Yeah.
The whole O-line didn't practice. What's going on down there?
They've been injured. They've been they're in a state of they're in a state of emergency down there. That line.
Yeah, they might tattoo too. I'm going with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I like the Cowboys in this game too, especially after they got their butts whipped last week.
Yeah,
with the Detroit game next week, which is also a big game because they right behind you in the standings. This is a big game for Cowboys. It's essentially a must win.
Yeah. Who did Keys pick?
The Cowboys.
He picked the Cowboys. Yeah, I was leaning the Cowboys. I'm gonna take the Cowboys mainly because I've said it that I don't really trust the Dolphins against teams that are more physical and teams that are just as talented or more talented. I think Cowboys fall under that category. It's going to be interesting though, coming off that Cowboys collapse last week, to see if they can get back on the saddle and rewrite the ship. See if that defense can shake that off, shrug that off, and have a much better effort this game, because the Dolphins provides, similar challenges. They can run the ball. And even without the O-line, they have somebody named Tyreek Hill. All you got to do is snap the ball and throw it to him quickly. He can figure out the rest. You know what I mean? You get a couple tight ends and wide receivers to block for him. He can figure out a way to get 10 to 15 yards every time. Like, he's that good. And a lot of times, Tua just throws it up to his ass, and he's just going to outrun, whoever's behind, in safety or cornerbacks for that matter. So I don't think scoring would be the issue. But at the same token, on the flip side, I think Dak is going to have a recovery and he's going to play a lot better than he did last week. Typically, that offense has been explosive, and it's been an offense that you can't, that doesn't come off the field on third downs. Last week might have been more of an anomaly. We will see, though. We'll see. I mean, I think this is a marquee game as well. We got some treats this week. I like the Cowboys, but I would expect it to be close. I'd hope so anyway.
1, 2, 3, go!
Patriots, Broncos, Sunday night.
Oh my God. I lied. Sunday night?
Ooh, yeah.
Merry
Sunday
Christmas.
night.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
This is the last game before Christmas? That's what I got to go to sleep on?
Wrapping the presents up, putting them under
Watching
the tree.
Bailey zap? Not zapping.
Watching Bailey zap and Mr. 1-2 step get it
Saint
on.
Nick gonna come down the chimney soon as Zappy throw interception.
God damn.
You get to watch Mr. Incredible. You know they're gonna put Mr. Incredible on Christmas.
Man, give me the Broncos. They're at home. Defense playing a little better. Turnover Zappy a little bit. But it's gonna be ugly because that Patriots defense is stingy and Russ is mid. That offense is, gonna be low scoring, like 13-10 probably. Watch this be a big scoring game, but 13-10 Broncos.
Yeah, give me the Broncos. This is the time Russell Wilson can go. And what's the Broncos record?
7-7.
Yeah, so I think this is one of those games where he can go out and throw a couple touchdowns, play a real game manager's game, just try to convert third downs, try to keep drives alive, put points on the board. I don't think there'll be too much pressure on his end to be able to stop him from doing that. I think the defense recovers and has a much better week than they did the week before. They had been playing well, and last week was a total collapse. I think they get back and get back to their dominant ways on that side of the ball, at least. Give me the Broncos.
Got the Broncos, Keith.
Yeah, I like the Broncos in this game.
Keys.
Yeah, the Broncos.
You gotta tell us his picks. I don't, you know what I mean? I gotta know.
He took the Broncos.
Raiders, Chiefs.
Last time this motherfucker texting his picks, we had a long ass week.
He pretty good.
Yeah,
nigga strategic, yeah. Trust me.
And came on the show with a bowl of fruit and an island and a little thing around his neck, texting live updates. Nah, I'm taking this. Wait. What happened?
Ali Boumaye.
What happened? Then Nick got involved. Nick started changing picks. I was like, yo, can we do that?
You should have hopped on the train, Sco.
I write my picks in pen. You know what I mean? I ride and die. I didn't know we was pulling out the number 2s, but
Hey man, listen. Sometimes you can change your ballot.
Next year, definitely on my Florida shit. Jed Bush, recount these bitches. I'm definitely on that. Definitely on that. Raiders Chiefs first game. Cribbin.
It's actually gonna be a closer game than.
Yeah,
I agree. I like the Raiders with that 10 points for sure.
But
definitely
that Chiefs defense is going to turn over Aiden. That's going to be the difference. But
I'll probably
that Chiefs offense is going to be what the Chief offense is at this point. They are who they are.
Keys took the Chiefs,
but still give me the Chiefs. Keys.
He took the Chiefs.
1, 2, 3, go.
Giants, Eagles. 13.5. I'm going Eagles. Get right game. Lowly division opponent. Beat them up.
Yeah, Danny DeVito doesn't like Italian references.
Oh,
the gabagool.
Oh, I'd be quoting the Godfather all fucking game.
Yeah, if I was the Eagles defender, man, I'd Mama Mia, every sack type shit. Like
I'd be on some.
Bring
Jersey
me the gabagool.
Your mother looks like Snooki, nigga.
Yo.
What you talking about? Gym Tan Laundry, motherfucker. What's up? Do something.
Not the GTL.
Snooki, do something. Do something. Fist
Tommy
do
Vercetti head ass.
Shout out to Jersey.
What you talking about? You don't like Italian references.
Oh man.
Yo, Skull, you
don't like all these Italians
it could be worse.
On the wall. I like these Italians. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I ain't go with this shit.
Hey, Skull, you forgot this one.
Damn, I skipped right over them. Oh, I damn sure did.
I like
my bad, Seahawks, Titans. Yeah, I like the Seahawks in this game. I
think Gino gonna be back for this one.
Yeah. And Will Levis's journey, he's up and down. Give you a good game here, rookie game there. I think the Seahawks can present some things in that secondary to confuse them a little bit, get some turnovers. Give me Seahawks. Keys to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go.
All right, let's go to the first commercial break. Nitty Gritty. This ad is brought to you by Lavelle Body. Lavelle Body is an all-natural, handmade skin and hair care line for men, women, and children. So if your skin is dry, your hair is damaged, or your beard is having problems connecting, shop Lavelle Body today at lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC on Instagram. Again, that's lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC.
In high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you? I got
George Pickens, man. George,
what happened to that boy?
I'm not coming in here to dog pile. I'm coming in here as a 34-year-old man talking to a 22-year-old young man. Bro,
you the OG now, Scott.
It's crazy, right? Bro. Yo, you can't do that. And once you do that live on primetime, you can't come back on Monday and say, yo, I didn't want a Tank Dell situation to happen. You can't say that.
Not even
you
the same
cannot
thing.
say that. Like, Minka's playing with a broke hand, yo. Like the injuries that TJ Watt has played with, like, you cannot slap the leaders of this team in the face and say that. And then it makes it worse because Jalen comes back and say, yo, I would have blocked for him. Now it's like, damn, son. He said he would have blocked for you. What you doing? The player who they've been talking about this whole time has been him. It's been known. Did y'all see the practice clip that came out? The clip from practice? Yo, he's going maybe 35%. He's going maybe 35% running the routes. You can see it. He's slacking.
This is recent?
Yeah.
How does this end, Skull? Is he gonna demand a trade? Like, why is he doing this? What's the end to this?
It's
the end play.
For me, he got so much. I'm
like, what's his goal out of this? Right
now, it's weird because last year he blocked hard. That was one of his strengths. He was a blocker, a willing blocker at that. So this now sounds like somebody got in his ear. Yo, that nigga Kenny trash, yo. That nigga Kenny trash, and they wasting you. It sounds like a lot of that got in his ear, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that they wrong. right? Like, but you got to display
It's the
this.
Draymond and Kevin Durant shit. Somebody in
But-
his ear gassing them up.
But you got to display this a little better because we all have eyes. Like we can see it. We see your talent. We see that it's not being utilized right. But you can't come back in that same press conference and say, "Yo, me and Tomlin never talked." So you calling this man like you calling Mike Tomlin a liar? That's what you sticking to. Like, yo, you just playing this all wrong. But he's so talented. Yeah, we gotta fix this. All the Yenzers want to trade him, be done with him now. Fuck that. You don't find one of these in the second round too goddamn often. We make a habit of it, but nah, hell no.
You
Get him
you
a
don't
mentor.
score, but
No, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say you right, you don't. But I mean, we all grew up playing team sports. I mean,
You can't do that.
if you Jalen Warren, what you thinking now? When they throw the screen to Pickens, now I'm supposed to block for you? Like
Yeah, no, it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
It's messed up. Like it's a two-way street, and I don't like. At some point, you start to lose. Forget the coaches. It should the dudes you go to war with. Now,
Yeah,
can I really
yeah.
strap my boots up with you and trust you that you're gonna go in and give 110? And when I look over and him and Deontay and their little charades, they do their antics like, and I'm TJ Watt, I'm Cam Hayward, I'm these OGs on this team, Minka Fitzpatrick. That shit would rub me the wrong way, yo. Like I would want to smack one of them niggas, yo.
I'm not.
I play like I don't want to see no teammate do that. I don't care how good you are.
Yeah, nah, you can't.
Play
You
your
can't do
role.
it, and you can't say it. You can't do it, and you can't say it. Like you double down.
He doubled down.
He
It's a
doubled down, and that's my
nasty.
because
no
He don't.
respect.
And when you double down, Sco, all that tell me is that Mike ain't Mike no more, yo.
see
That's how I feel. Like you don't do that to an OG. Like Tomlin used to shut that stuff down.
Yo, here's the thing.
Even with
You know how
AD,
long-
even with AD, it didn't get out.
You would sit down. Somebody
Yeah.
would have to sit down for a game or a series, something.
I think you go into
He
this
said they should
game.
have said Deontay after he didn't go after the fumble that week.
But
But here's
what
the
president did that show? Look at
Yeah,
yours
exactly. That is it's allowable.
Mike wants this streak, y'all. But what he has to do, if you start Pickens, that's cool. But the first time you see him flail his arms and drop his head,
Come sit next to me.
yeah, come on. We're not doing this. Because clearly you're not listening. You're gonna have to treat him like a kid. Yo, we kept AB under wraps for 7 years.
Yo,
The
Sco,
fact
you
that
ain't
we
start to
couldn't
hear
do
the
this
AB
shit with
noise
him.
till after he left.
Yeah.
You ain't hear
Well,
none of the stories till after
nah.
he was gone for the most part.
And it happened the whole time. Once he
it
got
was-
his
it was
first
going
check,
on.
it was going on, but they did a great job of keeping that in-house. The fact that this young man has been with us for a year and a half and has done this, you got to reel this in because he is super talented. And you do exert everything. You go get a mentor. That's not Allen Robinson. All respect to Allen Robinson. You need somebody else because clearly he can't connect.
Niggas ain't listening to A-Rod.
Yeah, they're not listening to A-Rob. If you knew his work, though, I'm
Yeah.
going to show y'all. If y'all know, I ain't even
Oh,
talking- I ain't
trust me.
Yeah,
He
yo,
was
you know-
he was tough. He was that. Jacksonville, Chicago.
I'm
He
talking.
was that.
I ain't even talking about. I ain't even talking about that. Legend in 2 games like Pee Wee Kirkland. I'm gonna show you
A-Rob is.
what. And that's a nigga I would listen to. I'm gonna put it to you like that. If you rolling with that, all right.
Okay,
I'm
brother.
listening
You got to. I'm
gonna let y'all know. Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all know. Deontay can't be the OG here. You got to get him a real OG. You got to go get him a quarterback. And I honestly think that he always gonna be him.
I
He's gonna
mean,
be a diva, but get him
As
some
wild
PR
as it is,
training.
Najee is your OG on that offensive side. Like
We have
he
no
only been
leader,
in the league
and that's
for
another
what?
thing. That's another problem. We
But
have no leader on offense.
Najee is the leader on the offensive side. Like I think I
Yeah,
was
he's the
reading, I
longest
heard about a
tenured.
story earlier in training camp where they threw Pickens a ball. He did some sort of celebration, threw the ball, all types of stuff, and they said like Najee pulled him to the side. It was like, yo, we don't do that here. Like
Yeah,
that's not how we play football.
that's not
So.
the standard.
I don't know.
Nick, who you got?
Who did I have? Oh, Trey Lance.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
I think it was interesting, that Cam Newton kind of situation. And I actually agree with a lot of what he said, because I've said it before too. Like, obviously you got 5, 6, 7, wherever you want to rank them, game changing players that we had our own tiers. We had hymns, right? It's the same shit. And then everybody else kind of falls in line. I said before, I like the Brock Purdy's of the world. I think he's playing great. He's a very good quarterback. Would I draft 10 quarterbacks over him? Probably. I don't. I draft CJ Stroud over him. You know what I mean? Like those are that's the type of way I'm thinking about it.
Coming out of college, yeah.
If I'm in the backyard, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm looking at physique and just skill and just that's all I got the basis on, probably. So, I just thought it was funny how, they were talking about game managers and game changers or whatnot. And they said, I remember I saw a comment saying, as soon as the 49ers can get a chance to get a game changer, they would get off of Brock Purdy. I was like, wait, hold up. You do know they drafted somebody number 2 that season, right? And gave up hella picks for that person. That person was supposed to be a game changer. It's the fucking game manager that came in.
It was trying to say he was going to be Pat Mahomes.
This nigga was supposed to be Cam Newton his damn self.
Right.
What happened to him? That's all.
Keith, who you got?
I got them in-season champs, man.
Oh my God.
I got them in-season champs, man.
Into that boy.
Brian, you got 4. You don't have to do that, man.
That is nasty, though. Not
and mind you, all of that is after the in-season championship. They done lost 5 or 6.
Yo, it'd be a championship slump.
A game that didn't even count. An exhibition.
The championship hangover.
Hangover. I mean, they're just going through that. They'd be all right.
You're not supposed to go to Vegas mid-season unless you Dennis Rodman, yo. Like it's simple as that. Unless you Rodman, you don't go to Vegas mid-season.
Shaq said the black flag, the black banner flag that was hung in Staples to commemorate, that was the word I was looking for, to commemorate the in-season championship. He said it's called a accoladed flag. It's not a banner, it's an accoladed flag. I said, I don't know what y'all trying to get off of this. This shit is trash with every type of spin you trying to put on it. An accoladed flag sounds fucking ridiculous. Okay.
If it's an accoladed flag, then put it somewhere that's not next to them world championship banners. Like I've been to Staples.
Put it outside of Staples.
You see, yeah, when you look up and you see them jerseys and them banners, like that shit, it feels different in there. I don't want to look up there and see no in-season championship banner.
The in-season championship win, then they went on to lose to the Spurs and get to like what?
Yeah, lose to the Spurs, the Bulls,
what happens?
the Mavericks without Kyrie.
What happens? And I'm not saying this is going to happen, but hypothetically, they win the in-season championship, lose in the first round, lose in the second round. Is that a success?
No, they was just in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, no, I can't go backwards. I don't know.
So why are we popping champagne?
I know, they try and sell this. Y'all know they.
I know why they're doing it.
I mean, yeah.
Adam was like, "Yo, do me a solid, bro. I got you.
Right.
You want Vegas? You want that Vegas team? I got you.
And that's
Pop that champagne, nigga."
That's probably is what he told him.
We try to sell this Vegas to the highest bidder. Yeah,
help me sell this.
You talking about we talking teams? We talking rings? All right, yo, go get that. Yo, go get that bubbly pop. Yo, act like y'all give a fuck. Our.
Yeah. I get it.
I mean, understand.
I feel like it just would have been more of a statement, man. They came in there, they just packed their shit up and went back to LA.
Yeah.
Do that on the plane, but can't nobody see it if you really want to do it. But you shouldn't be doing it for no exhibition game. Like I just think that would have said more to me. Like
it's a way in which you can.
Yeah, we won it. We got the 500K.
Have your own celebration. Like,
let the dudes at the end of the
start a new tradition. Like
go to Dre's for the night or something.
Yeah.
You in Vegas, go to Dre's, have a little fun, get a section.
Let the guys that don't get the attention flex a little bit. Let them.
I done had a section in Dre's. It's lit, so I know if the Lakers got one, it's gonna be even more lit. Like
no more champagne.
Do that, but not the goggles. When the minute I can't, son, I'm going to
goggles.
Grab the goggles,
the shirts. Oh, no. They got printed shirts. Yeah.
It ain't no snow in Vegas, so what you grabbing goggles for? You ain't going skiing, nigga. Come on, fuck that you, Michael. You Michael Phelps now in December.
Bubbly burn in the eyes, man. You know, and since Braun has been there 4 times, he knows. That's why
Austin Reed's flu game. Like, it's a lot of stuff I'm not gonna forget, about this team. And now you done lost 5 out of 6. I'm really on them, I hate this team, to be honest with you.
It's not a fun team to watch. You got D'Lo out there. I remember D'Lo when he first came, he was sending shots to Russell Westbrook, and then now D'Lo's in trade rumors. It's just funny how that things work. And I think for the Lakers to be at their best, they gotta play faster.
Because we had the same conversation every year.
They rely too much on inconsistent shooting. You know, that shooting comes game from game to game. Like one day they're hitting their shots, the next day they're putrid. One thing you can do to supplant that is to get out, play faster, get easier buckets, but that is not conducive to year 2021 LeBron, Anthony Davis, whose limbs are fragile. You have to slow it down for them. I think if you got off of D'Lo, brought in somebody who could operate with a faster pace, maybe if you force the older guys, the veteran guys, to have to play a little quicker, but that might be to their benefit or the team's benefit. Because at the same token, though, the slower paced half court offense does have some intrigue for a playoff setting. But even then, teams are still can outshoot you in that playoff setting. So I don't know.
Job returns 34 points.
Yes, sir. Round of applause from Skull.
Yeah, salute for that man.
He wanted to say it's a parade in my city so bad. Like I saw he was fighting the urge. He was like, the Green Goblin mask. He was trying to talk to him. Say it, nigga. Say it.
Yeah, that's just still little. I mean, hey, they want this man to be the face of the league. So just comply, bro.
You couldn't script it any better, yo. Yeah, for real.
You can be the face of the league. Just don't get on IG Live.
Just comply, yo. Just comply.
Pull your gun out without the camera. It's the same shit. Like just after the game is like you don't gotta show nobody.
Yeah, just leave the cameras out, man. Like, but Jai's who I think that's who I know he's been. Like, he's a dog to your first game back to they were down almost like 20, 25 points that game, if I'm not mistaken. They fought back. The Pelicans ain't no slouch. I'm just happy for the kid. I mean, he paid his dues. He did the suspension. I'm not one of them people who are going to keep beating him up. He did his time. No. So now let him live, let him hoop. And as long as he stay out of trouble, all of that by the wayside to me. I mean, we all black. I mean, we make mistakes. Shit happens. But I like Ja, man. I'm a huge fan of his, and I'm just hoping he stay on the right path and keep it right.
Yeah, definitely, man. If we didn't care about the young man, we wouldn't have gotten mad or upset or critical of him. We would have just let him crash out like any other dumbass, right? We don't want you to crash out, homie. We love your game. We love the energy you bring. We love the breath of fresh air you are, and you just gotta. We also don't like stupidity either. Like, there's a certain way to move, especially if you want to be, your own person, not live by the rules. Do what makes you feel comfortable. That's fine, bro. But you also gotta be smart, be militant, and be thoughtful of what you do, how you present yourself, what people know. Everybody don't gotta know everything. What's understood don't gotta be explained a lot of times. So you more of that by not broadcasting it to the world. Right? When you broadcast in the world, it's like you're doing it for clout, you're doing it for some type of attention or validation. If you really was that, you wouldn't be talking about it, bro. But
well said.
You really are that on the basketball court. Talk about that, show that, let that be the narrative.
Well said.
And he kept receipts too.
As he should. As he should. Before we get up out of here, gotta do another round of applause. Baltimore showed out for Princess Angel.
Yeah.
Showed out.
Yo,
salute.
She showed out too.
Yo, let me just big her up real quick because you're not gonna hear this on nowhere else probably because they're gonna run with the narrative. But for her to bring the national champions not only to her city but to a HBCU, not only the spotlight it brings to those young ladies at the HBCU, because we had Coach Mike on our show, Coach at CCBC Exits. He had 2 girls on that Coppin State team, so that's exposure for them that you wouldn't have no other way if it wasn't for an Angel Reese. So for her to do that, not only for that college, for her community, I just want to big her up, man, because that's big time to me. So many times we worried about all the other stuff, the flashy stuff. Like, this is someone who gives back. This is someone who's established a scholarship at St. Francis for a young lady on the basketball team who pays their tuition on an annual basis. Like, this is a queen in all, for all intents and purposes. So let's treat her as such. Let's support her. Let's have her back. And let's make sure that mainstream America don't do what they normally do to people who look like us.
It's a shame she had to share. You know, she's had to share so much recognition for being a winner, right? Like, usually the winner gets the recognition and gets the accolades. Usually you don't share with the motherfuckers that came second place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you add in the components that Keith has mentioned, the community aspect, the impact, the influence. Did you see the lines outside of Coppin? I mean, it was,
you know how much money Coppin probably made?
Bro, and that was the first, Keith already said, it was the first time you've ever seen that for HBCU, and for the money to go to the HBCU in that regard. It wasn't Coppin visiting LSU. They came to the hood, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, that money is going to them.
Avenue. Yeah.
So, and she had a pivotal part in that. You know what I mean? So, even LSU was marketing it up. You know, the Queens returning to Baltimore. Like, that is hard, bro. And for all the young ladies in Baltimore or in the surrounding counties that are playing basketball, that's only motivation. It's only motivation. You didn't see Angel. You saw her hooping. You saw her and her brother hooping. You seen that. Now look what hard work is. I mean, that's inspirational, man.
And she kept.
And I don't know if Caitlin is inspiring her people like that. I'm just saying, them 3-pointers is nice. I respect it. I respected Lady Steph Curry, but I don't know if that impact and influence is a little different.
Yes, it's different.
That impact off the court different, man.
And she gets it so young. Salute to her parents. I gotta salute the parents for her to get. Oh, all right, I'm in this position. This is what you're supposed to do with it, because she could do the other opposite shit, and it would be fine because it's your money. Do what you. But the fact that she gets it, yeah. So
and she still keep it hood. You gotta love it.
One more.
It's still Baltimore at the end of the day.
One more.
That's what I love about it. She ain't switching that up for nobody. Seems like. Stand on that.
Salute to her. Y'all good?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Cool. Let's go to the last commercial break and wrap up. Nitty Gritty.
Brand activation, business openings, recently engaged or any new life event that deserves a celebration. Start planning with Penn Jones Event. Owner and principal planner Paige guarantees a fun and stress-free planning experience, managing every event aspect, including budgets, timelines, vendor negotiations, event design, and more. Penn Jones Events is a full-service wedding and event planning company based in Maryland. We curate extraordinary events tailored to you. Let's start planning today. For a free 30-minute consultation, visit ppjevents.com.
Good show, fellas.
Allen Robinson, I was not familiar with your work, sir.
Hey,
salute.
Dogs. If you're going to listen to Ime Udoka, I listen to A-Rob too. I need somebody in my stable.
Horses in the stable.
Yeah, somebody on the roster.
What Drake say? I had an aunt who rode equestrian.
Yeah.
That's
somebody in the roster to take, because the Steelers be having events that, suit and tie. That you need a certain caliber to bring with you on your arm.
Yeah.
A-Rob. I feel you. Appreciate everybody that listens live. Everybody that checks out the podcast. If you view us on YouTube, we appreciate it. Keep liking, commenting, and subscribing. I can almost guarantee we'll be back Tuesday. You will not see me on here on Monday. Enjoy your families. Enjoy your holiday. Stay safe and be blessed. We out.